Yes! Oh, wicked. Rock and roll. Let's go. Oh, yes. Awesome. Oh, how is everyone's day going? Right. Okay. I know I've started 3 o'clock. That's not traditionally when I start. I normally try to start at 12. Then I want to listen to more of James O'Brien. And then I stay on till 1. And then I normally start at about just gone 1. Whereas it's 3 o'clock now. I wanted to get a few things ready and sorted before I started the stream. But yes, anyway, let's rock. Right, okay, we are. It feels like we're on the home straight now. So I'll start listing the big things that we need left to do. So I've got 3 cards that I'm looking to add. Right, so that's one of them. All right, so that's one of them. The second thing is we're looking to. So sound effects as well. Sound effects is the other. That one might take a while, but like what I'm probably going to do is create code that can create sound effects, and then maybe off stream actually fit them in all the right places. So that's number 2. So sound effects, 3 more cards, and number 3 is we have created essentially an empty template. But I need to then start designing the actual monsters and what sort of attacks and health of all the monsters that they're going to have. So let me quickly go into if I close this over here, and we have, for example, this snaky. So I'll see if I can bring up the picture here. Yeah, you can see that. So. As it is, in Snaky's case, this particular colour is going to be level 1. So it's going to have like less hit points. It's going to have a low amount of hit points. Blah 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 blah. But what I like is the idea that all of the versions of Snaky, in their different sprites, like for example Cobra Roar, they're going to have a similar moveset, but just have better stats. Because ideally, because you face them later on. So given that there's 12 different sprite types, I want to have 12 different types of enemy, but you just like dependent on whether it's this or this. It's going to depend how actual hard we're going to make it. So generally, making stats for the monsters. It's those 3 things. Now, I say those 3 things. There's. Like, I would say there's a few little things that I still want to do. And in fact, I think we should probably start our first one. Maybe I actually should, I should actually do, put a time, when I put my timer up, I should explain what I'm actually going for. So if anyone sees a timer going down, they'll be like, what is it, right? And so here we go. We have got, so let me actually do it one at a time. This might actually turn out to be way more effort, but Glycerca animation. Okay, okay, right. And now I'm going to set myself maybe 15 minutes. No, we'll do 30 minutes. I don't think it'll actually take me 30 minutes, but I'd rather have a timer, right? So that's going to be a little thing, right? So, oh yeah, hold on. Nope, that's. I just have to do some quick maths every time. Right, so 30 minutes. Let's see if we can do that. Right, I'll create the problem and then I'll explain what the problem is. In fact, let's just work on fixing it and I'll explain it on the way. So whenever you do Glycerca, it doubles the number of attackers and the number of armoured attackers. And it does a separate animation each time. And I want to fix that. And I don't think it should be too hard. So first of all, we're going to go into card actions, edit script. And like, let's have a look. We obviously managed to chop down our main, I think it is here actually, isn't it? And I've got to remember what how Glycerca actually works. So if we go over here, so the problem that we have with Glycerca at the moment is this really cool little, like, not really animation, but this little sprite comes up and then wiggles around a bit and then goes off, and then it doubles your attackers. Then the sprite comes back on, wiggles around and doubles your armoured attackers. It doesn't need to happen twice. It just looks a bit ridiculous. I feel I want it to happen once, and maybe the animation go a little bit faster, and then that, like, counts for both of them. Which isn't too hard to do. Let's be honest, it's not that difficult. I just I just haven't got round to it. So this is going to be a nice easy thing that we're going to do. Right, so multiply existing units and multiply existing units, and it is referring to multiply the number of attackers by 2. And so all of this should be fine. So now I just wanted to know that it's called multiply existing units. And then the rest we can kind of work out from here. So, I'm sure there's a big switch statement around here somewhere. Not a massive switch statement. Card action script. If I just go Control F. Yes, this is where was it? I must have just closed it down. Anyway, we're here. Right. So what's happening is we've actually got a function that's called glyzerka. Right, let's go to this definition, and let's go make life easy on ourselves. Close all but this, and then we're going to go to this definition, and it does. Oh, we probably don't need this debug. I'm trying to get rid of debugs as well as we go along. So what's going to happen here is essentially, right, let me just have a quick look at this. Oh yes, all of this makes sense. I think we should just have a quick public void, we'll call it glyz animation, and then private enumerator glyz animation routine, and here we're going to say start coroutine open brackets glyz animation routine. And then at this point here, I'm just going to go, and now I quite like, this is a little thing which, if ever, like what I would have done before, I may as well go through both an actions. I'd press Control X and go Control V, all right, and put it in there. But what you can do if you want, you can, provided you've got everything highlighted, you can just hold Alt and then move it up. So I can just go and then put it there. Not that it's that useful, but I thought I'd show you anyway. Right, and this one here is going to be busy equals true, busy equals false, and let me just have a quick look and see what's going on. So now that we've got this, we've got a separate function which does the glyz animation. Right, so we still need a little bit more work to be done. So hypothetically, if we did the glyzerka now, then we wouldn't see the animation at all. We still want to see it, we just don't want to see it twice, and we ideally want it to like go a bit faster. Because I do have a feeling that people are going to get annoyed, and yeah, anyway, so where are we now? So now we've got this glyz animation function, and we've got the glyzerka. So now what we should do is, I think about here, all right, I'm going to go to this definition, and here we're just going to have a new thing which will be glyz animate. Okay, so we've added that. Okay, so now let's go to, where were we? Glyzerka. Let's go to all of these here, and we should add one more. This one is going to be called Gliss Animate, and I might have to do. Why does it keep getting unselected? No, that's fine. We want this to be at the top. Okay, right. So it's gonna. One of the things that it does is Gliss Animate. It is just going to do this animation. All the rest of this stuff doesn't matter. But the important thing we're saying is do the Gliss Animate thing. Okay, so the rest of this should just remain the same. So so now that we've got that there, we can go back to card action recruit. No, back to this one. Okay, and I think just around here, just nearby, because it just logically makes sense, we're going to have case card action enum dot gliss animate break, and we want to go underscore card action recruit script dot gliss animation while underscore card action script dot busy yield return null. Okay, so that looks good. And let me think what else that we need to do. I feel like I'm missing something. That's it. Yeah. So let's go to this definition here. We're going to do perform action. Let's go to this. This is the actual animation that's going to occur, and we can just make things a little bit faster. I'll call it float shift speed equals 0.25 f. And all these times that it's taking a whole second, why don't we just change it to shift speed? And tempted to lower that to 1. That one we can go back to there. I'm intrigued as to why. Oh yeah, oh I see. Yeah, that's fine. Shift speed and shift speed. Okay, so that will just make the whole animation. Not only will it just happen once now, but yeah, it'll just hopefully just feel a bit better. Okay, so now that we've done that, we just need to get some cards in our deck that can activate it. So let's go over here. No, I was in the right place to begin with. Where we've got our deck, let's go to 0 and yeah, some of these. And trying to work out what other cards. Cheap conscript. Let's get a few of those. And of course, we want Glycerca 1, Glycerca 2, and Glycerca 3. And we may as well try them all out, check that they all work. I can't see any reason why not, but we obviously we do need to do testing to check that it works. Okay, so let's go start with this one here. This is let's go make it a little bit more fun. So we've got 6 attackers and 6 defenders. Hopefully by doing Glycerca, we're going to multiply the number of units by 2 and vanquish it. So let's give this a shot. Beautiful. It was 6, now it's 12. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, that was pretty much what I wanted it to do. We might even be able to draw our way to the next Glycerca. We can. Okay, so this one should double. Alright, so essentially, if you look 35 and 20, that should be 70 and 40 at the end of this. Bam! Yep, absolutely fine. And yeah. Oh, in fact, we might just kill him. I think we might just die here. No, wait a sec. Wait a sec. That's 61, 91. No, he's dead. No, never mind. It would have been convenient, but I am not too excited about testing the other one. I think it's fine. Okay, right, good. That one only took me 18 minutes. Right, stop the clock. In fact, right, okay, now, let me change the topic here. Sort glitch animation. We're going to have sort multi-strike. Okay. And this one here, I think this is actually slightly more generous to give myself half an hour for. So we're starting again. We did the first one. I meant to reset. Reset. Okay, reset and then start. Okay, so sort multi-strike. This is a particular enemy move. It will be like the last enemy move that I'm planning to put in for a very long time. As in, I am looking to have already put this game out for playtesting. There is just one more attack that I do want to try, and we'll see what it does and see how it goes. So this is going to be a little bit tricky. So anyway, I'll have to do the explanation while the time is ticking down. So multi-strike. In Slay the Spire, let's stop referring to Slay the Spire. I know I probably shouldn't, but anyway, in Slay the Spire, there's obviously plenty of attacks, right, that happen, but there's also other attacks where it'll be like, say, doing 7 times 3 damage, and I want to have some sort of something like that. Now, there is a strong argument that you're thinking, well, 7 times 3 is the same as doing 21 damage. Yes, you are right. However, there's 2 important things to consider. So number 1, the multiplier is going to be dependent on magic. It's going to be a multiplier of the magic. Oh, KOT fan, let's rock! Yeah, we've got one more monster move that we're going to put in, and then I think I'll have done all the monster moves. And yeah, I'm going to make some sort of multi-strike. Now, I think I've got the picture for it. I just need to kind of get the numbers correct. So yeah, that's what we're on at the moment. But how's it all going? Everything? I hope everything's all right. Yeah, but the other sort of way that it's slightly different is, let's just say you had I don't know, say 7 armoured defenders, and you had an enemy doing 14 damage. It would damage the 7 armoured defenders losing their defence, and then the town would take 7 damage. Whereas if you had 7 times doing 7 times 2 damage and then 14, it would damage the armoured defenders, and then it would just destroy the remaining defenders. So it would mechanically work differently. Oh, nice! Oh wow! So is Eggtropic? Have you done all your work on? Hold on. Is it Escape to the Eggtropics? Yes, but that game, yeah, that looks a lot of fun. I was watching Tim Bodette do a really properly long sort of playthrough where he was collecting things as well. But yeah, so you're looking for the next project. Fair play, man. What that space game is looking good. Accelerate to the tropics. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, that looks a lot of fun actually. I mean, traditionally, I'm not into racing games, but I'm going to give that a try at some point. But have you finished doing your sort of map design for that one? Right. Anyway, we are on our way to sorting out. Oh, trailer's completed. Right. Hold on. I kind of want to have a look now. One sec. Right. Oh, nice. Awesome. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, sorry. If you're seeing the poor picture quality, it is my internet. Okay. Oh, is that a coconut egg? Oh my! Oh, of course, it's different actual eggs as well. This is brilliant. I was also noticing a little while ago. Okay, all right. This just looks as though this looks like a more refined version as well. Just a sort of spicier version of the original one. Sorry, you've probably seen this trailer about 1 million times, but I'm loving this. This is brilliant. Because there's another little thing which I noticed was you can go underneath a tunnel and the camera actually changes. Oh, anyway, absolutely brilliant. Right, fantastic. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, thanks for showing me that. That looks absolutely brilliant. Oh, yeah, sorry, it's still playing. I'll switch that off and turn the music back on. But yeah, oh, brilliant. Right. Now, unfortunately, you have slightly eaten to the 30 minutes that I've got to do multi-strike, but don't worry. That's what makes it spicier. That's what makes it more interesting. So, we're going to make multi-strike. Now, I think I've already added it over here to monster action type. Let's go end. Ready, come destruction. Oh, maybe I haven't. Oh, I thought I had. Guess not. So, we're going to have multi-strike. I just assumed I had. Never mind. Right, so Control-Shift-S. Save all of that. Oh, no. I was only joking. I was only joking. Literally not at all. Like, I'm really happy. And obviously, and it 100% goes without saying, like, I want to see what any games that you make and you got a trailer for, I'm always want to see it. You know. Right, so, anyway, where were we? We are making a new move. Right, so, let's close this. Monster Action SOs. I don't know. Yes, of course, that's what I did. Sorry. One thing that's important that I made is I've got a secondary ratio that is for very specific things. So we have made a few changes, but I'll show you all the changes that we've made. So I'm just going to duplicate this and we're going to call it multi-strike. And we're going to change this to multi-strike, and we're going to change this symbol here to, I had a good symbol for it, I think it's this one here, because there's sort of multiple swords that are fading, and I feel that feels kind of multi-strike-ish, so we're going to go with that. Now, here is where we've got to kind of work out exactly the right numbers. So, part of me, so this first one, monster attack, we should have as like 0.4, and this one to be 0.1, maybe 0.2. Okay, like I'll explain what all these numbers are, but this 0.2 is going to be whatever 0.2 times the monster magic is. So let's just say it's he's as I say it out loud. Okay. No, 0.2 is fine. 0.2 is fine. So if, let's just say, the monster has, say, 10 magic, 0.2 times that would be 2, and it would do like 0.4 of its generic attack. So let's just say its attack was 10. It would do 4 times 2 damage. If it had only 10 attack and 10 magic. That's what we're kind of working on. I just need to, so we've got the picture, we do want to show the number. Now there is something else that I was working on, and we need to actually get the, I think it's the monster action script that has the thing in it. So I think if I just find all the references here, so perform, if I go here and find all these references, we can just find all the places that we need to put it. So let's see. Oh, of course, a lot of these things don't need to matter too much. I've got I've got to remember where we're actually searching for here. So if I go we kind of want this script open, because I can't remember. I know I've used this secondary ratio, but I can't remember the points in which I have. So find all references. So that looks good. Oh, yes. Okay. I've actually done some of this work already. I have done some of this work already. Brilliant. Okay, so what's happening at this point? So we made a function that's called getActionInt, right? So this is the important integer that we want to get. So this will be... yeah, okay, right. We're going to get a few things wrong before we get it right, but that's okay. So we got getActionInt, and then we've got getActionString. Right, now the reason being is because multi-strike will ideally, and this actually looks good already. Oh wow, it looks like we've actually done quite a lot already, although this is where things get a little bit interesting. Where we have multi-strike, I'm going to have multi-strike here, because I knew I did put multi-strike, but this is the action reference. So what that's going to do, when it gets the string, right, I've done some complicated maths here, don't worry too much about it, but this string is going to be saying get the monster attack that we've got, which is 0.4, sorry, the ratio float, which is 0.4, times by the monster attack, to string. Then we're going to have a multiplies symbol, and then the monster magic times by the secondary float. Okay, and so hopefully, even before we've done any of the actual coding for multi-strike, if I make the enemy have multi-strike, we can actually see it work straight away, and we can check that the maths works. So we're actually, yeah, we can do this. We got this in the bag. So Blobbo, this has been my, so instead of having card drone, we're going to have multi-strike, and we will just have a few multi-strikes here just so we can have a look. So the attack won't do anything. I just want to see if the numbers are correct. In fact, if I press pause now, we can work out what the numbers are. So the monster attack is 15. So 0.4 of 15 is 6. So it should be 6 times by 0.2 of that, so 6 times by 2. So we can actually test to see if that works now. So hopefully we'll see on the screen it doing 6 times 2 damage. Right, if that works, 7. Right, 7 the correct number. It might have rounded up. So let me have a little look at the calculator. Oh, incidentally, I was playing on the calculator earlier. I mathematically worked out the number of different combinations you can get on a Rubik's Cube. I'd done it. I actually sort of crunched the numbers because it said 43 quintillion, and I was trying to work out how they reached that number. But I did. It's not actually, the maths involved isn't too difficult. But I got a number that was 12 times higher. But because there's essentially 12 different, me and my friend call it universes. Anyway, don't care. But it's anyway, it comes to 43 quintillion, which is 43 and 15 zeros. Why? I was thinking that. So why am I doing this? 15 times by 0.4 equals 6. Okay. It does equal 6. I've got to work out why it's saying 7 there. Oh, I think I know why. Because I think he's got 10% extra attack. We can actually find out now. So if I press pause and click on this somewhere, I'll eventually... Oh, come on. Oh, yes. Okay, there we go. I was just clicking. I wasn't clicking on the sprite. I was clicking on the bit underneath it. So this bad boy here, Monster SO, the clone, has got an attack of 17. That's it. 17 and the Monster Magic of 10. So so we can actually now just, just for completions, 17 times by 0.4 equals 6.8, and it's rounded up. In fact, it's always rounded up. So even if it was 6.1, it would round up to 7. I'm just saying that mainly for my own for my own benefit, but that's good. Okay, all right. So those numbers do work. Now, as it is, it's not doing anything right now. So what we want to do is yeah, okay, this shouldn't be too hard. I think we've got a I'm looking at the wrong place. Monster action SO, monster action script. So where we've got the perform basic attack routine, we can copy this and paste it, okay? But we're going to call this perform multi-strike routine. Multi-strike routine, okay? And underneath here, we're going to have case monster action type dot multi-strike break. So this is quite dangerous territory, but I'm excited to, oh wow, yeah, by default, Betty has got me there again. Right, we've got that in place. So we're looking to use very similar code, but it's not the same code. So we want to, first of all, make everything a bit quicker. So, in fact, I'm just going to have a little green saying float work out how many attacks there are, and no, that'll be an int, won't it? Yeah. So how many attacks are there going to be? And we can't directly get that number, but we can say int number of attacks equals, and let's go equals 0. That's okay. And then basically we're going to do a for loop, which just changes most of these, but I want to speed it up. So I kind of want it to go bash, bash, bash. You know, that's what I'm looking to do. And so deal with that and dealing with damage. So the thing which is quite nice is if we're about to die on, say, the second strike, it will deal with the whole damage and it won't ever get past that. So with this is going to remain true literally until the scene is ended if it goes game over. I believe. So anyway, we're almost there. We're almost there. Right, 13 minutes left. This will be a piece of cake. So first of all, right. So if I just copy this, well, we actually want to copy this. We kind of want to copy quite a few things here. Let's just go crazy. Let's just go Control C, Control V, and then we want to have Control C, and then int damage of each individual attack equals 0. Don't worry, we'll get there. No, equals Control V. Monster SO, we can just have master script dot instance dot entire monster script dot monster. All right, okay, this is quite long-winded, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, all of this is fine. Okay, so now we've got that number, and this number here is going to be the number of times. So which is all good, except instead of having monster SO, we need to copy this monstrosity every time. Control C, Control Z, Control C, and then chuck that there. Okay, all right. 11 minutes. I reckon I got this. So we can go 4, and then we're going to do a for loop, and for I equals 0, I less than number of attacks. All right, and then I think we can just chuck all of this in here, and then let's just indicate it one more time. And we want to make this faster, but for the time being we won't, right? We've just got to work out the attack damage. So attack damage equals... Sorry. Okay, alright, okay. Quick decision. Monster SO, lowercase monster SO equals that. Okay. Oh, hold on. All right, we do actually have dot monster SO and monster action SO. Monster action SO equals underscore. No, actually, it's Control C. How do we get access to the dot monster attack symbol dot monster action SO? Okay, I think that's good. So now we can just have this bad boy to go there and to go there, and this bad boy, we don't have to do this long thing here. We can just go like that, I think. Oh no, I've done something wrong. No, I think we're fine. I think that's fine. And here we can go there. Okay, it's a little weird that I put the secondary ratio float on the right there and the ratio. I just want to check that that's what I did do. Yeah, it looks like I just did that. That's fine. Like, okay, just for no real reason. For no real reason, but that's okay. So yeah, obviously x times y is the same as y times x, so it doesn't matter that these are either side of each other. I think part of me just wants to quickly change it just for reasons, because otherwise OCD... Well, no, we're just going to do it. We're going to do it. It doesn't matter. It might mean I won't make my goal, but... Okay, so the only problem is I need to do it... I need to do it there. I just don't know why I would have done it in that way. Doesn't matter. There we go. Let's just have it the other way round. The world can carry on turning. We're okay. Right, and then we can just... So, that is always going to be 0, actually. Okay. Because there's only one symbol. So we're getting there. We are actually getting there. We've got 7 minutes. So I think I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling very confident. Oh, sorry. I've got lots of shiny things pointing at me. It's talking about chat highlights, and I don't know what that means. Right. Anyway, so we've got the floats. Got all this is fine. Everything's rocking. We kind of want to make this. Let's go 0.5. So it's going to bounce over at 4 times the speed. It's going to shake. Let's just make it shake a little bit less. So do 1, 2, 5. And that's 1, 2, 5. So it's actually shaking every time it kind of goes back and forth, which is fine. At what point are we moving backwards? That's what I'm a bit confused at. Over there. That can be 0.5 as well. So I guess we give this a shot. Damage, right, that's the important thing. So we want the attack damage to equal damage of individual attack. So, and we need to make sure that we are doing that. That's good. Right, okay, I have not done much testing whatsoever, but let's see if it works. What we kind of want to do in our array of cards that we have, I'm looking at the wrong thing again. We kind of want to have some armoured defenders to check that it does do the thing that we want it to do. So let's go armoured protector, army recruit. I'm sure there was a anyway, armoured enforcers, that's fine. No, it's not armoured enforcers, it's it's armoured protectors. Okay, so let's just have a few of these and see if it works. Right, okay. Here we are. Right. Okay, that's perfect. Exactly what we're after. So 1 mana here. Right, in fact, this is a perfect time to test it. So, what are we expecting to happen? We have got 8 defenders here, and it's doing 7 times 2 damage. Here's the series of events that we're looking to occur. Right, he is going to slam over, essentially deal 7 damage, in which will cause these seven of these armoured guys to lose their armour, meaning we have 7 non-armoured and 1 armoured. And then he's going to attack again, which will turn that remaining 1 to non-armoured, and the remaining 7 to die. So in theory, actually, yeah, let's go find out. Let's try and work out if it does the thing. Bang. That's pretty much right. That is pretty much right, you know. So let's go like this. 7 times 2. So we've actually got enough. So it should just mostly just get rid of the armoured attackers, the armoured enforcers. And we should have 2 armoured enforcers left. Okay, right. Now we're going to... because I want to check that when we die, it's going to be quite difficult to manipulate the system. In fact, let's go make life a bit easier on ourselves. So I'm fully aware that Blobbo, and I'll remember this, don't worry, but let's make the magic say 50. Alright. So now, instead of it doing it 2 times, it should do it 10 times. And I'll have 1 of these. So we survive the first attack, and hopefully this won't take too long. Right, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then that goes down by 5. Bang. Yeah, okay. So we're just checking. We're taking 7 damage. Because, yeah, part of the experiment that I want to do here is to check that if we die in the middle, right, so 7 times 10, so it's planning to do 70 damage in total. So when... So that's 70. So it should, let's just count. I just want to check that when we get to 0 life, it will stop doing any more animations and it will just go to the game over screen. That's kind of what we're testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Game over. Right, boom. Yes, let's rock. Rock, 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 rock. Okay, right, fantastic. Okay. Oh yeah, of course, we need to... Oh, that didn't actually take quite as long as I thought it was going to. We are still all fine. Everything's good. Right, okay. Right, brilliant. Okay, right, now... so those were the little quick things that I wanted to sort out. Boom, we've done it in time. Get that timer out of here. Right. So we are making very, very good progress. Right. So now we've got tugboat Gorosol and J4KI. Oh, hold on. CK. Okay. Cards to be introduced. Okay. Right. Right, so we've got, let me put them in speech marks so we know, so it's kind of obvious. So we're going to have one card that's going to be called Tugboat Gorosol, and another card that's going to be called Jackie. Right, with a 4. Okay, to be introduced. Right, okay, so what's the purpose? Okay, we've got these 2 cards that we're looking to introduce. I'm going to give myself 1 hour and 20 minutes. All right, and see if I can get them both done in those times. So, what's 1 hour and 20 minutes in seconds? So it's probably about 6. Hold on, let's see. Not quite that. 5, 4. I think it might be 4, 8. Okay, right. 1 hour 20 minutes. We're going to see if we can create 2 entire cards from scratch. Let's go. Right, we also need to work out what numbers would make sense. So these are going to be 2 similar cards. And let's go. Right. So what is going to happen? What are these cards? So card SO. I think an army recruit is going to be close to what we're looking for. So I'm going to press Control D. We're going to duplicate it, and we're going to call this one J4 CK Jackie. It's just going to be called Jackie. Okay, all right. And let's go add. And yeah, here is where we've got to work out the numbers. So the purpose of this is it's going to cost either 2 or 3 mana. I haven't decided. And it's going to add, say, like, and I've got to work out the numbers here, and I probably should have thought it through, but nah, that's for losers. Right. Yeah, with this one, we'll need a bit of balancing. Because the purpose is it's going to add like 7 attackers 3 times. So anything that benefits from adding attackers will get procced 3 times. So if you have, for example, Angry Chuck out, which gives you like 2 extra attackers every time you summon attackers, it won't just be 3 times 7 plus 2. It will be 9. I mean, sorry, 9. Sorry, no, it won't be like whatever. Like the point which I'm making is it benefits for, yeah, it benefits in having like a high multiple. So I think what would make sense? I think it should cost 3 mana, and it will be add 4 attackers, four times. That's what we should call it, I think. Yeah, add 4 attackers 4 times. Okay. And here I think we can have this as miscellaneous, and we need Control C, Control V. In fact, if I just change Control X, Control V, and then we just get rid of that. We can get rid of all this. All right, and we want to change these numbers to 4 and 4. And I'm trying to work out, because 3 mana for 16, given that Wallop is 3 mana for 25, I think. So it's in essence, it's worse. But if you have a anything that benefits from gaining attackers, then this is like stronger. So let's just have a little look at Wallop. Let's just check what the sort of numbers are. So 25, 33 and 45. So so let's have a look here, because there's quite a few things that can benefit from adding multiple attackers. So where were we? HIJ Jackie. So I think it could be as simple as something like 4 times 4, 5 times 5 and 6 times 6. Have I made, is 3 mana the correct number? Yeah, I know I should have thought this through slightly more. It's going to be a recruitment card. Let's go get the correct picture. Have I actually introduced it yet? The answer is no. Oh, no. Oh, I haven't, but I can do that quite easily. So let's go find where we're going to put it in. It's not that one, is it? No, it's not that one. I've got the wrong one. That's okay. Let's just quickly put the picture in. It won't take too long. So, card sprites, card art latest, I believe. If we go into here, and then I'm just going to press end. Yeah, this is the one, because, yeah. So it's going to be this one where it's like, you know, I just always, yeah. Anyway, Control-Shift-S. We just save as PNG. Overwrite. I think that's fine. We've got it backed up multiple times, so if I've got something wrong, it's not the end of the world. And then we go back into here, and I'm going to put this one here, and this one is going to be 88, and we just need to change all the things. So this is going to be 128, point filter and none, and apply. Okay, all right, now let's get back to where we were. I've done. Right, so now Jackie, and I've got to squint my eyes here. I think it's this one here. That's it. Right, so add 4 attackers 4 times. Okay, so control. I'm trying to work out, because I've got to work out what actually makes the most sense. 4 times. I want to just work out if that card's a bit rubbish. No, I think it works so well. So if you did have 4 times, yeah, okay, I'll stick with that. 4 times. It might be, I think it's a little bit worse than Wallop, but as soon as you have an Angry Chuck or an upgraded Angry Chuck or anything that benefits from it, it suddenly becomes better. I'm trying to work out if it should be 3 times now. No, we'll stick with this. I can easily change it. Well, it's not too hard to change. So now I'm going to press Control D, change this bit to 2, change the card level to 2, change these bits here to 5 and 5, and this 5 and 5. And duplicate here. This will be 6 and 6 and 6 and 6, and this will be card level 3, and this bit here we're going to change. I accidentally lost my place over here. This will be 3. Okay, so because this is a whole new concept that I'm excited to add. It's just the concept of adding like multiple things. I think that looks good. Okay. Yeah. The only problem is in my head I'm thinking, what are the things that benefit from adding attackers? Yeah, either way, I'm going to worry about that later. So that's Jackie sorted. So we've done this, but we're going to add a whole new card action, which will be something like multi-recruit is what we're going to call it. So we need to go into our master script, monster action type. I think I've even got one called multi-strike, but let's just check. Find all references. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong place. I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry. Home. This is card action enum. I don't think I've got one called multi. So this will be called multi-recruit. I'm not going to try and multi-recruit. Okay. Now, let's go to here. Find all references. Over here. Right. And what's going to happen is it's going to be very similar to recruit. I think Control C. Let me scroll all the way to the bottom. See, not that long to scroll. It was worth me getting rid of this massive long switch statement. Card enum dot multi-recruit break. Control V. But what we want to have is we just want to work out how we actually get to the other key int. I think it's this one here. So, I remembered how we get to it. So, if we go cover all of this here, this is going to be... Oh, I didn't save it. One sec. Control Shift S. Let's go back over here. Highlight all of these. This one here is going to be multi-recruit, and the key int ref talks about which one of these, so we're referring to number one. Okay, so here we'll be referring to 4, so they're both 4. Right, but like I do have the ability, if I want to make it say 2 attackers 4 times, and the 0 will always refer to that and the 1 will always refer to that, so that's okay. So I kind of want to have a little look at that as well. Control C. Okay, so if we go 4, Control V, oh, I think I might need to change it to a J, which is fine. Okay, we just need to change all of these to J's. So one thing that is actually quite interesting is when I was using Game Maker, there was a particular function that was just called something like repeat, and you would have like an argument. Yeah, anyway, yeah, it'd be called repeat, and it would do kind of like a for loop, because in this case, this J, it doesn't, the only reason we're paying attention to the J is because we just want to make sure that it's incrementing each time. So it's like, you know, it would be useful in this case to have some sort of like quick version of a for loop that was just said repeat, because we're just looking to repeat this number of times. The fact that the J is getting bigger, it doesn't matter. We just want, anyway, just thought I'd let you know. So, and it's going to summon that many. So I think we're almost ready to give it a test. I'm still not happy with the numbers. I don't know what I want to change it to, but I just kind of want to change it to something. Anyway, so let's go give this a little go. First of all, let's go. Let me change the Blobbo's magic back down to 10 so it doesn't spend ages hitting us. Right, so if we go resources, monster action, no, not monster actions, monster Blobbo. Let's go move that back down to 10. Okay. Oh, how far are we along? Okay, we only used 15 minutes and we're pretty much there. Look how great this is. This is going brilliantly. Sorry, I can be a complete pain sometimes. I can just be, look how great I am. We haven't actually done it yet, but in my head, I'm already like predicting, thinking, yes, we're going to get this done easily on time. Right, so let's go 0. And we kind of want to have... Angry Chuck. We want a few of these, maybe a lower level one as well, and we want, let's go make the set and make it so we've got a 1, 2 and a 3, and now we want a Jackie, 1, 2 and 3. And we can now test the cards, see if they do the thing that we want them to do. Oh yeah, of course. That's I need to change something there, but that's okay. Right. So this one, add 5 attackers, and we haven't put a space there. Let me do that, because I'm too excited. I want to see if we can get it right first time. Well, we've already failed that, but that doesn't matter. I want to see if I can just get everything correct. So over here... oh yeah, we just needed to put a space there. So I think that's sorted it out for all of them. Let's give this another go. Right, so we've got Jackie. So what we're hoping to happen, 4 attackers 4 times. So this should add 4 attackers, then another 4, then 4. So totaling to 16. Let's give this a try, see if this works. Yeah. I could work on making the recruiting a bit faster. Now, I'm going to put out a couple of these Angry Chucks. So he's now going to attack us for 7 twice, doing 14 damage. Alright, we've done some damage in response now. Right, let's go. Now we've got this. Okay, so this is going to do 6 plus 9, so that's 15 times by 6, which is 90 damage, which should be essentially 90 attackers. Right. Is it, have I got the maths right? It should be 90, shouldn't it? Right, yeah, let's go. And the reason it's 90 is that's 6 plus these. This one gives you an extra 3, 2, and 4, which is 9 in total. So 6 plus 9 is 15, and we're doing that 6 times. So looks like we're kind of more or less there. Bam. Right. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah. So I kind of want to have a look at this. I need to actually. I will need to change that, because we probably haven't. I mean, I suppose here's me suddenly thinking of things we haven't done, but we're eventually looking to. Let me just, sorry, thinking out loud. I do want there to be a victory screen. Obviously, I want it to look slightly better than this, but we'll worry about that later. Worry about it later. That is on. That's on the to-do list for later. Right. So it feels like we have actually more or less nailed it. Right. Everything is looking pretty rocking. So what we're looking to do now is go Control D. We're going to duplicate this, and this card here is going to be Tug boat. Oh, Gorasol. I've realised something that we haven't done. 01. One thing that we haven't done is, yeah, that was important. This was important actually. This one needs to change to scrolling all the way down. There must be an easier way of scrolling. Okay. Oh, we haven't added that. Oh, Grumbler Pugs, let's rock! Wicked! How's it all wicked? How's it all going? Oh, nice, awesome. Yeah, it's going really well actually. We're creating a few more cards. I want to have enough cards so that even when you haven't unlocked all the cards, there's still a massive variety of cards you can select from. I want to add variety. So we haven't actually, I'm going to stick it as bolster the line for the time being. We haven't actually added Jackie as a card yet. So we may as well do that now. Card name enum. Right, okay, this is the super long one. I'm going to press end, but this is like, if you look at how big this, there's quite a lot in this one line. All right, so zooming all the way back in. Here we go. Right, end. So bolster the line. We want J4 CKIE Jackie, and we want tug boat Gorasol. And while I'm here, okay, right, if it, like, this is going to be a I need to make one other card, and I haven't thought of a good name for it, and I can add it later, but if anyone off the top of their head can come up with a good name for a card, and its purpose is to destroy drones, like enemy drones, so that they don't do things. That's what we're looking for. But part of me is thinking, I haven't actually, like, Grumble, you've been around for ages and I haven't named anything after you so far, so I could do something like Grumble the drones, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, something which it destroys drones. Admittedly, like, kind of Grumble drone destruction. Grumble drone, how does that sound? Yes, okay, if you can come up with a better name, even better. Drone destruction. Yeah, Grumble drone destruction. Yeah, cool. I might need to change the picture because at the moment, like, because I would want to have, you know, a sort of something which would slightly, you know, because like with, for example, Lake here, I've done a little spaceship. He's made a computer game about spaceships, and I'd want to have something that would be to do with it. So, but like, yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't have to. I mean, obviously, but I was only. Oh no. I don't have to. It's just like, kind of. I think it's one of those things where kind of like you're one of those people, just like KO2 fan, if you're still here, that's helped me out, you know, a lot and been supportive and stuff, and like, it's just, you know, it kind of makes me happy because whenever I think, you know, so that way I can, whenever I'm like, because this game very much lends itself as well to naming cards after people, because you know, otherwise you're just explaining what it does. Things like army recruit, you know, what a boring name, you know. Whereas I prefer naming cards where you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm thinking of someone at the same time. So at some point, we hopefully today we're going to work on Grumble drone destruction. That is where it's going to be a card that destroys the enemy drones, which is going to be useful overall. Right, so that's good. I think we're fine with that. Anyway, that was kind of like by the by. So these here, we can now change this to... Hold on, if I go over like that... Grumble... yes, so that one's going to be Jackie. I meant to do Jackie, hold on. Jackie. Now we're going to have... Gorasol... Oh no, Tugboat Gorasol. Now it's going to do something very similar to what Jackie does, but with defenders, and probably a slightly different breakdown. So tugboat. Why am I not seeing it? Here we go. Tugboat Gorosol. So this here, I'm going to go up, up, up. Okay, Tugboat Gorosol. Brilliant. Right, and oh, another thing which I need to do is change the actual text to J4CK. Yeah. Okay. Right, that's good. Tugboat Gorosol. Tugboat Gorosol. Right, now I've got to work out, because I want it to be a slightly different. I want it to be, for example, say, let me just look at these numbers, see if they kind of work out all right. We're going to have mana cost 1, and it's going to be something like maybe 1 defender 4 times. Maybe 5 times. Is that going to be too good though? Because if you have a Boy Royston, that's going to be far too good. Maybe it should be 2 mana. I think, because overall in this game, there's more things I think that benefit from summoning defenders. So no, that still feels a bit weak. So maybe it should be 5. So that'd be 2 and 5. That still feels a bit weak. No, you know what? This is going to be more of a situational card, right? Because the times that it's going to be good, maybe we just go 2, 5. Yeah, 2, 5, but it'll up each time, which will make it exponentially more stronger. Okay, so here we want to change this to defenders, and 2 defenders 4 times. Oh, we haven't added the card info, so I think here we can just change that to defender. I think that's all we need. Here we want to change this to defenders, and let's just go through, add 2 defenders 5 times. That's good. Multi-recruit. Oh, hang on a sec. Oh yeah, okay, I forgot to change this on the last one, so this is going to be non-armoured defenders. And 0 is 2, so it's going to summon 2 defenders 5 times. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might need to change this. Oh yes, very good question. How many cards so far? I can tell you. So I actually need to sort of duplicate this. It's quite a lot. It's not absolutely loads. It's about, maybe with this one done, I think we're going to be up to 66. And I'm working under the assumption that Slay the Spire for the Ironclad has 75, and I'm climbing up to 66. You know, in an ideal world, I want to have about 75 cards. But something very important to note is about maybe 15, 20 of the cards you don't unlock. Like until you've like leveled up. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I think like and it's also like balancing. There's still quite a lot that I need to balance, to be honest. Like, yeah, so it's going to take, yeah, there's still some cards that are quite weak. So anyway, I think we can just go Control D. I just want to check everything before I do that. Is that all the things that we need? Yeah, I think that should be fine. So that is going to be 2. Yeah, it is. I mean, like, quite soon I'm going to have it ready to playtest, but I'm going to see if I can work it so that the playtest version is available on Steam and not necessarily on itch. I haven't worked out, like, I don't want people to have the entire game, so I've got to work out a way of limiting what can be done. Like, it might be, say, you can only get to, say, do the first 2 years, and you can only go up, say, 3 levels or something like that. But I'm still trying to work out how I can sort of change the levels and stuff. But I'll worry about that later. Right, so 2 5 times. So now we want to make it 3 6 times, 3 6 times, and 4 7 times. That seems like quite a lot, doesn't it? 4 times 7 is 28. Yeah, I think this one will level up slightly better than Jackie, but I do always want variety and stuff. But what about your game? How's it all rocking? Have you properly nailed the boss now? And if so, what are you working on next? And is there a trailer? I'd love to say it's for the viewers, but I kind of just want to see if have you made a sort of trailer for it yet? I just want to, I want to have a sort of gander, see what it's like. So that is card level 2, and Control D, Garasol 3, 4 and 7, 4 and 7, and that needs to be 3. Okay, and before I forget, I think I should have the card rarity as, say, common, and Jackie I want. Not that these rarities really mean anything at the moment, but they might mean something later. Yeah, I just, when you make a card, you think, I think one's better than the other now. But it's, because it's 2 mana. Okay, Tugboat Gorosol. I think the main problem with Tugboat Gorosol is specifically the level 1 is quite weak, but upgrading it does make it exponentially a lot better. Okay, right, so let's go put these into our deck and see if they work. And we also want to put in some Boy Roystons. Have to reuse some levels before the boss, like 5 or so. Oh, yeah. Fix some art stuff, update build. Update build on itch, but yes. Oh, cool, yes. Oh, fair play. After update the build, I'm gonna, yes, okay, fair play. I mean, generally, you probably know this already, and it's probably it's just the way which I find easy to make a trailer is if you just screen record, a good sort of playthrough of the game where you do multiple levels, and then where is it? Somewhere on here, I've forgotten what it's called. Ah, no, I've completely forgotten. There's a particular program that's really good for editing videos. And I've completely forgotten what it's called. I'm so sorry. If I can think of it by the end of the stream, I'll let you know. But there's one that it's free to download, and it doesn't feel like there's no watermarks on it. So you can, it's just a really good free trial. Oh, yeah. GarageBand, the way which, not that I'm necessarily saying I'd recommend this, but I normally use GarageBand, and I'll, so anyway, let's go add Tugboat Garasol there. I think I can just drag it from here, that's good. I quite often, if ever I've got a tune in my head, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to try and make that, but make it on GarageBand and see, where I go from it. Go from there. Boy Royston. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. That looks pretty good. I think we're ready to give this a test. That sounds about right, actually. Now that you say it, let's see if I've actually got it. Man, I can't remember. That sounds about right, because one thing, it's also, like, not that this is useful, but if ever on a smartphone you're looking to edit videos, there's something called InShot, and I know that's good, but there is one which I use which is free, and yeah, OpenShot sounds about right. I'm so annoyed because I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I did find it useful anyway. Right, so these are none of the cards that we want. Let's just take the damage. Okay. Oh, we haven't changed the picture. That's the problem. Okay, we haven't changed the picture, but this is Tugboat Gorosol. The picture's quite cool, actually. Right, so this should do 3 defenders 6 times. Okay. So that's 18, which is good. Now, if I do one of these, this is whenever we summon defenders, we get a ranger. We get 2 rangers because this is the upgraded Boy Royston. So what's going to happen now is we're going to summon 2 defenders 5 times. So that'll bring us up to 28 defenders. But also, because we're summoning defenders 5 times, and every time we summon defenders, we get 2 rangers. We should get 10 rangers at the end of it. So let's see if this works. It's a little time consuming, I won't lie. Yeah, fair enough. It might be that. Anyway, this all looks like it works. I just need to change the picture. That's normally the most exciting bit. I just can't believe I forgot all of that. Right, so let's go change this picture. Tugboat Gorosol. Now, I've done the easy bit. These are the easy ones. I think it's this picture here. I quite like it. So it's it's a friend of mine. I wanted to have a sort of picture, like a very vague picture of him, almost a little bit, you know, like in Thomas the Tank Engine, where they've got a face at the front of the boat. I just wanted a little face there on all these boats. That's my plan anyway. Right, so that's good. We now have, okay, right, so did it with 44 minutes left. Okay, so it's good that we've got this timer. Maybe I'm giving myself, maybe I'm making it too easy. Right, okay. Grumble drone destruction. Is that what I called it? Card to be introduced. Right. I don't know if I'm going to stick with keeping the this at the top with every update, but right. So, in fact, start reset. An hour and 20 minutes might. This is going to be a bit of a challenge to get this done, but like I don't know if I can do this because I need to introduce the entire concept of destroying drones. So I think we give this a shot. And yeah, all right. So Grumble drone destruction. So yeah, it's because there's nothing I can piggyback off of. So what we actually need to do before we even create the card, we need to get into the monsters, the monster script, and work out a way of destroying drones. So if I go into maybe. If we go here, we've got the drone creator script. Maybe it makes sense to keep the drone destruction in this same script. So I think that's what we're going to work with. So, I want it to. Do I want it to destroy the most left drone, or the most right drone, or a random drone? That's what I've got to work out. I think so we're going to have public void. I think we make it a random drone. Yeah. destroy a random drone. I have no idea how we're going to do this, but we're gonna have to, like, that's the thing, that's why this might take a while, because we need to introduce the entire concept of destroying drones, which I haven't dealt with. So private enumerator destroy a random drone routine. And maybe we should have public bool are there any drones to destroy? Turn false. I think we should have maybe a separate boolean, public bool destroying drone, and we're going to have at this point here destroying. So I'm doing all the easy bits because I can't quite. It's like I'm hoping my brain will have worked out how I can do this. It's false. Yeah, this is the sort of slightly more bread and butter thing, which isn't too difficult. Start flow routine. Destroy a random drone routine. Okay, so first of all, we want to work out if there is a drone to be destroyed. So how do we work out drone sprites? I don't think it's that one. Drone scripts, look at that. That is probably the thing that we've got to look at. Yes, last minute card additions. The reason that we're kind of looking is I don't want there to be any cards that just feel so unfair, or any monsters that feel unfair. So, and I wanted to, like, yeah, I was explaining earlier, because we've got, like, to give you a sort of idea, Slay the Spire with the, like, Ironclad, and I think with each class they have 75 class cards, and on top of all the status cards as well, but it's 75 class cards, and so far, I think I've created 66, and like about 20 of them you need to unlock as you sort of level up, and I want there to be always a decent card variety. You know, I don't want you to be able to pick the same build every time. You know, I want you to sort of organically work out what cards you've got, see what cards work with others and stuff. So that's kind of like roughly where we're sort of headed. So this is a public list of drone scripts. So what we could do as well, I'm going to go close all but this, and then we're going to open this bad boy. Keep this one in, and then we kind of want to have some sort of, yeah, like I think, yeah. The one thing which is different is the fact that there's essentially 3. You know, Slay the Spire has the normal card and the upgraded version, whereas I have essentially level 1, 2, and 3. So that does give you a little bit more options in that respect, which is why I'm not in a panic to try and reach up to 75, but I still want it to be a high number, and I want to still have the feeling that I can add whatever cards when I want to. Right, so right, we're on here. Let's have a look. So I think at what point are we actually awake? Find all references. Because I'm trying to work out at what point we actually create a new list. So that's interesting. Huh. Okay, so what I'm looking at, sorry, here's the confusing thing. I'm pretty sure for me to actually ever add any drones to the list, I have to actually at some point say this equals a fresh new list. So I'm going to just put this in. I don't think it's necessary, but monster drone scripts equals new list. And just want to put that in there. So now that it's a new list, it is a fresh new list that has 0 in it, right? The reason being is we can have return. Oh, perfect. Although, yeah, that's actually fine. So if are there any drones to destroy, then we're going to do something. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, we still want that. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let me just put that back in for the time being. And what I should do on these drone scripts, we should have public void destroy self. Public void destroy self routine. Yeah, this one's a much bigger challenge than the Tugboat Gorosol and Jackie. So I think we should have another boolean, which will be public bool destroying self, and we're just going to have destroying self equals true, destroying self equals false, and then have a yield return null, and at the bottom here we can have destroy game object. Okay. All right. Yeah, this needed to be a private I enumerator. Right, and then here we're going to have start coroutine, destroy self routine. Okay. All right. So now we actually just need to put everything into action. So I think we actually sort this animation out first. So what we kind of want it to do is shake, fade away, and then create a particle effect explosion, spell wrong, explosion, and then yeah, so that's what we're looking to do. So we're going to have so yeah, we're just going to work on it one by one. So float shake amount equals, let's just say, I'm going to say 0.5f. I might have got it wrong. And while and vector 3 original vec equals, do we have access to its transform? Yeah, drone trans dot local position, and then while shake amount is greater than 0.0f. Shake amount minus equals time.delta yield return null, and then we want to have drone trans dot local position equals original vec plus new vector 3, and this will be random dot range somewhere in between minus shake amount and plus shake amount, and so that's for the x, and we want to do the same for the y. Control C. So that essentially will make it shake, and then right at the end we also want to have drone trans dot local position equals original vec. Okay, so that will take half a second. Then we want it to fade, so we're going to have int chum equals mover.instance.fade sr to color, and that will be drone sr. We want the color to be color.clear, and we want it to say 0.5 seconds as well. And now we've got to make an explosion. Now I've been kind of dancing around that because I don't know if I've got a good explosion to use. So let's go, first of all, let me just put this in. Just type it really quickly. That was me typing really quickly and not using a shortcut. All right, I was using a shortcut. I don't think I would ever, if ever I was in court and I had to try and defend myself, I'd be really bad. It's like, no. Right, so while all of that's true, that looks good. I'm always a bit cautious whenever I've got a while. It's like I want to make sure that I haven't accidentally soft locked everything. We've got a safe yield return null. Everything's fine. Okay. Shake amount is that. That makes it fade away, and we don't need this anymore. And we just need to work out a way of creating some sort of explosion. I'm going to just have a look at what particle effects we've got. So now that we've done that, to be honest, this in and of itself is fine. So what we actually want to do, so let's worry about, let me just have, and I really shouldn't be putting more debugs, I'm looking to get rid of them, debug.log fit in awesome explosion with some exclamation marks, just to remind myself that that is what I'm looking to do. But I think we've got this should destroy itself, right? So what we're looking to do now is destroy a random drone routine. We are looking to drone, what did I call it? Monster drone script. Monster drone script MDS equals underscore monster drone scripts random dot range somewhere between 0 and underscore monster drone scripts dot count. So we are getting there. The only problem is we haven't worked out how to move everything back into place. So we're gonna get to that. So we've now got access to this. We're going to have MDS dot destroy self, and then while MDS is busy destroying self, we're going to have yield return null. And I think even at this point here, we can actually say underscore monster drone scripts dot remove MDS. Okay. Right, that's good. So that this almost has done it. We're almost there. The only problem is, let's just say you have 3 drones out, right? And they're always sort of like the first one, it always goes to the right, so I've programmed it so that it just stacks along, right? And you say get rid of the middle one, right? There's going to be an empty space in between there. And what we kind of want to do, and it also means, is like thinking of problems as well. So we'd normally have 3 drones, right? We remove the middle one, right? Then you would think, well, at least when another drone spawns, it will spawn into that spot. No, it won't. It will spawn on the same spot as the one on the right. So what we actually want to do is have a quick animation where the one on the right just bounces over there, and then everything kind of works itself out. So so now that we've removed that, we can actually have... We just need to work out what the maths involved are when we're moving the drones to back to the spot. And I can't remember how to do that. It could be this looks good. This looks pretty good. Yeah, I think we can use a lot of this here. So this is working out the position of where it should go. So I'm going to just kind of copy copy this. I think this is all we need. Control C. And then we actually want to go if are there any drones to destroy? Control V. And then we just want to have oh. Okay. So here we want to go for int I equals 0, I less than monster drone scripts count. I put that there. Chuck all of this here, and then I think if we just put I there, that way we've got the summon vec, so now we can just go int chim equals 0, chim equals mover.instance dot move to point local underscore monster drone scripts dot drone scripts I summon vec, and we'll just have it done over 0.5 seconds. That's fine. And then we're just going to do at the bottom here, just waiting for it to all move back in place, except for this here needs to be chim. Okay, so this actually does look okay. We got a problem. What's the problem there? Oh, that's dot drone trans. Okay, right. Is that everything? Is that all the things that we need to do? So this is how to destroy drones. So what we'll need to do is we need to have destroy a random drone, and what will happen is while it's destroying, if we get to are there any drones, this just checks to make sure this count is greater than 0. Otherwise it's just going to skip to the bottom. So we want to like have a little play around with this, so we can have a little void update if oh yeah, another thing that I'm looking forward to doing is if input dot get key down input dot, no, hold on, keycode dot, let's just say v, then destroy random drone. Okay, because obviously we could have a drone that's like a time bomb that like has 3 turns, and after 3 turns it explodes and does lots of damage. That's just, I mean, I'm just sort of coming up with ideas. It's always good to just have ideas in your head, to just be like, that's something that we could potentially do. Right, destroy a random drone. So now we just need to see if we can just destroy drones. So we want to create a few drones now, and we can do that by, like, there's probably quicker ways, but the method which I know is if we just make some moves here, which are going to be, say, heal drone, rage drone, scrap drone, and temper drone, and let's go, I think there's a card drone as well, card drone, boom. Okay, right, and so V is our key button that we want to use. Right, so what we're going to do first is I'm just going to press V just to check there's no soft lock, there's no braking, there's nothing. Yeah, okay, we got away with pressing V without any error message occurring. Right, so now we're going to end turn. And I kind of want to create a few drones before I actually start testing. Okay, so now we have 3 drones. Now, in an ideal world, I kind of want one of these to destroy so you can see the other drones move into place. But let's see if this works. Okay, it didn't. Right, nice. Okay, that's good. That's kind of what we were after. And I think this is actually the one. Oh yes, of course. That's another thing we need to do. We need to sort out these references. So attacks for 8 and creates a drone that limits the number of cards you can play per turn. Okay, that's fine. So if I did this, that's actually going up because. But I think if I did it again, oh, is it? Okay, seems to. Anyway, that's fine. Let's go. Let him create that. So I just want to still experiment with a couple of things. If I was to do Boy Royston right now. Oh yes, of course, yeah. So it's taking a bit longer than I thought. Yeah. And what I want to do as well, I'm just keeping track of everything. Yeah, so anyway, let's go give this another shot. Right, V. Boom, destroys that. That moves back over. That's fine. That's fine. And then it doesn't matter here. Then it heals up. Okay, it looks like we're okay. I do still want a really cool particle effect, but we'll worry about that in a little bit. Okay. Right, so we have got the ability to destroy drones now, and it seems to work quite nicely. So we kind of want to, let's go have a look at particle effects. Let's just have a little play, see if we can. So prefabs, particle effects. No. Oh, Trailblaze. Oh, yeah. In fact, we kind of want it to look like that, except, yeah, so I'm going to have Control D. We're going to duplicate this, and we're going to call it Drone Destruction, because that's kind of what we're want it to look like. It shouldn't be looping. So if I was to press just play now, stop, Yeah, it shouldn't be looping. Oh no, have I just changed? Ah! Hold on. What have I done? Okay. I meant to actually change... what did I call it? Drone destruction. That one isn't looping, so play. Let's have a quick look. That's kind of what we're going for, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to put too much thought into that. I just want to check that it does destroy itself. So we can actually add a script, which is something like destroy after a certain period of time. Destroy after a set period of time. And how long should we give it? 2 seconds. That's fine. So now we're here. Got the drone destruction. Let's go back and open here. Particle effects. Drone destruction. I want to copy this path. And on here we want to instantiate resources dot load game object. Alright, that's how we can get hold of it. So we've instantiated it. We kind of want it to be at dronetrans.position and quaternion.identity. I think that's all we need actually. So let's go put this up here. Let's give this a shot, see if it works. I feel like I might have missed something. It's just the whole point is we don't even need access to any scripts because we just create it and it destroys itself straight away. So yeah, let's see if this works. All right. And once we've done that, we then need to add the concept of destroying drones and add a card. There's still a few things we're going to need to do, but we've got 50 minutes left. I think we can do it in this time. Let's first of all just check that the concept of drone destruction works. Right. So let's go. I mean, yeah, just check that the explosion works. So everything seems to be working pretty well so far. I still want to create a few drones so we can destroy them. Let's do one more. Okay, right, here we go. Why does it feel rubbish? Okay, I know why. So that works. It works. By all intents and purposes, it does work. We kind of want to make it so that it's the same the same sorting order as the drone itself. So that's still not too difficult to do. But what I also want to do, drone destruction. So if we open this up, color over lifetime, don't need to worry about that. Emission. There's no gravity. I'm trying to work out. So if I press play, it does feel like it's going down, but we kind of want it to go in different directions. So I've got to remember how to do that. So I think it's like, is it force over lifetime? So if I have, say, random between two constants, and we have -1 and 1 and -1 and 1 and play. What if that was, say, 10, for example? Okay, well, it kind of feels... I think we just need to make these numbers higher, though. So let's say that 5 and -5 and -5, 5. Let's try that. Yeah, that seems fine, doesn't it? Okay. And we also want it to be in front of, so renderer. We need to sort out what the sorting layer is, and then set it to what the drones are. So I think the easiest way is we just find out what the drones are, because I don't think we need to change that in code. We can just look at what the drones are and then just gazump it. So let's just wait till he's created this drone. It becomes a different matter if we want to use this for other things, but that is default and order in layer 2. So why don't we make it default order in layer 3? Boom. I just want to check that the next one that's made is also order in layer 2. Yeah, also order in layer 2. So I don't need to put too much thought into this. We just go renderer, default is already there, boom, 3. So let's go try one more time. We just want to kind of get the feel of destroying a drone. Just, you know, I just want it to feel right, you know. So let's go wait till it's 2. Okay. Here we go. All right. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. Does it feel like it's a little bit low? Yes, it does. It does feel like it's a little bit low. It feels like it should be slightly more central. So, but I'm not going to worry about that. I think that's fine. So we've got the concept of destroying drones. Right, now that we've done that, we can now create a new card. I'm just going to pick... and we've got to work out exactly... Like, this is, again, one of those really difficult balancing issues. And... yeah, I've got to work out exactly, like... how much mana it should cost, and I just for the life of me don't know. And if we destroy just one drone, or if, say, maybe I think it should be something as simple as level 1 is 1 mana, it vanquishes itself and it destroys 1 drone. Level 2 is 1 mana, it destroys vanquishes itself and destroys 2 drones, and then 3 drones. I think that's probably what we should go for. So Control D. And this is going to be Grumble. I've forgotten what I was going to call it. I can find out from here though. Grumble. Grumble drone destruction. So Grumble drone destruction 01. Grumble. I'm watching Breaking Bad again. It's really good. It's a really good drama. Right, so the mana card level is 1. The mana cost is going to be 1. The picture, we want to have this one. It's quite a nice picture. I'll show you it. Yeah, I like the idea that it's, yeah, that should be pretty good. Okay. Grumble drone destruction. And mana is 1 there. It's going to be destroy 1 random drone, vanquish, and it will be a vanquish card. That'll be 1. That'll be misc. One random. I'll put enemy drone, even though. No, we don't need to put enemy drone because only enemies create drones, so that's fine. And we can just Control C, Control V, Control V. Destroy one random there. Here we want to add a new one. It's not multi-recruit. It's going to be. We need to go onto the master script to find it. Let's go edit this bad boy. So multi-recruit. Drone destruction. I think that's all we need so far. And keep losing it. Grumble drone destruction. So here we can have drone destruction. I know that's quite a lot of things that we can do, but right, it's going to be pointing to 0, which is 1. I think that's all we need. Like I say, it's always feels a bit painful. The way that all of these like card action like classes that are within each scriptable within each card, it's quite a lot of stuff because we don't need any of this, and it does feel a bit wasteful. The fact that the only thing we need is this and this, but what can you do? I don't know. Let me also change starter. That's going to be a starter there, but we want this to be common. Okay, so I think we've got all the things that we need. We just now need to go to the card action script and actually do the thing. So let's edit this. We don't need that. I just need to get to the big-ish switch statement. Yeah, it's quite big, isn't it? It's quite big. That's okay. Right, case card action enum dot drone destruction break, and then for I equals 0, or for j equals 0, j less than, and then we're going to get hold of the, I think it's just key ints. We now want to get access to this monster drone. I'm hoping it's monster drone creator script dot instance dot destroy random drone while monster drone creator script dot instance dot busy yield return null. Okay, I think that's all we need. Right, let's go give it a shot. I'm sure there's going to be things which I've missed, but to be fair, I've been pretty on pace today. I've been getting quite a few things just right first time, so we might just be in luck. It might just work. Let's go. Just add. Grumble drone destruction. Oh yeah, we haven't duplicated it yet. So Grumble drone destruction. What else did we want to? Is there anything more that we want to do? I'm just having a look, seeing if there's anything else that I need to think about. I don't think we need any of that, so I'm gonna just duplicate this, rename it to number 2, card level 2, and it destroys 2, destroy 2 random drones. S. Two. And we're going to go Control D. 3. That'll be card level 3. It's going to destroy 3. This bit here can be 3. Drone destruction, key ref, pointing to that one there. Didn't mean to do that. I just meant to go file, save project. I should be doing that more often. So now we can just put these cards in and then we'll see if it works. So okay. Right. We still wanted to leave it. So he's got 1 drone in place. This one here is the level 3 one. And this is the level 1 one. I actually do want to use this first to check that everything kind of works okay. That worked pretty well. I'm happy with that. We want him to create, ideally I want him to create 2 more, and then I want to use the single one so that I can just check that it still works, that you can destroy 1. Yeah. So that picked 1 random one and it seemed to work. Very nice. And then I want, hopefully he's going to create 1 more. That's good, that's perfect. And now we're just looking for the one that destroys 2 random drones. So now he's got 3. I just want to see 2 of them picked at random to be, yeah, perfect, absolutely perfect. Exactly what we were after. Let's go. Ahaha. And quite cleverly, and I think that this is intentionally how I've designed it, a particular card did boost its strength just before it destroyed itself. So that's explained a lot of things and sorted a lot of things out. Okay, right, fantastic. Right, with 36 minutes to spare. Very nice. Okay, so, right. Brilliant. Okay, we are properly cracking through this. This is absolutely fantastic. We are making some serious progress here. Right. Right. So what we're looking to do. So we have now created this, and the beauty is now that I've created it, it is just in there now. We can just. Oh, what is the card region? Oh yes, region is the correct thing to do. Oh, do we actually ever need this region anymore? Maybe we don't. Yeah. There was a reason for this. I did have this card region. I think almost all of this is pointless. We don't need it, but I'll worry about it later. Okay. So now we've successfully created 3 cards. You know what? We've done a lot of nice stuff. We're only 2 hours 14 minutes in, and we have made a lot of good things happen. So now we have got 2 more big things left to do, and I'm trying to work out which one we should do. So number 1 is, do we actually start working on the concept of sound effects? I haven't worked out a really good system yet, but the only problem is I haven't tested much. So I think, oh yes, right. Actually, you know what? While I'm sort of mulling it over, we are going to go onto here, right, and where we've got this, I'm going to go find all references and see how many we've got. Oh no, that's loads, that's absolutely loads. Oh goodness me, oh far too many. Okay, so we now know this works. So let's go, now that we've got this open, let's just delete this, save this, and let's see how many of these we can get rid of. I think this might be good for a reason, so I'm just going to go Control-Shift-S. We're just going to kind of work our way. We don't need... Yeah, we don't need any of that. In fact, I would almost go as far as deleting this altogether. Boom, done. Too late. Got rid of it. Yeah, we definitely want to get rid of this. We don't want the ability, but I like to keep it there in spirit, so we can still just comment it out. Although what I should be doing is, instead of doing that, we should be doing Control KC. So this is actually the ability to move the little Nina monster around on the map. Now let's go find all references. Just like, because we're just slimming it down now. Oh, this looked like it was very important. This is the sorting out the... Yeah, so let's go... oh, no. Control KC, comment it all out. Oh, we actually want this. We want this to remain. So that's one of the few things that we do want. So, find all references. Okay, we've just got a few more left to get rid of. This is the Bean Post Master. I feel, again, we'll go Control KC. So, and... Oh, yes. What script are we on here? This is the card action recruit script. Oh, of course, yeah, this is just when I was doing a little tutorial. This one we can just get rid of. And we can probably get rid of all this as well. Okay, so if we go back to here and just go find all references. There's only one, so we're sorted. Okay, brilliant. Right. I just wanted to kind of get that done while I was letting my, just like letting my mind rest slightly. What are we doing next? Oh yes, the concept of sound effects. So what's going to happen? I don't think this is going to be particularly difficult, but what I want to happen is whenever we're creating a sound effect, we need to essentially have a game object that's completely empty, that's got nothing at all other than an audio source. We're going to create... what's that? Sorry. We're going to create like an empty game object that has an audio source on it. We're then going to give it whatever sound we want, let it play, and then destroy itself afterwards. That, from my past experience in other games, I found that to be the most effective method. I think that's probably, and what we can actually do as well, I think, and I don't know, but I think it makes sense to actually attach this sound effect, like game object, to the master script and then get it to destroy itself. So I think we probably start by Control Shift. Cancel. Sorry, Control S. Right, let's go create audio source. Okay. And we don't need to worry too much about any of this for the time being. And let's go. So what I've got a little while ago, just on Unity, I thought I would splash out. I spent like about 10 or 50, I can't remember how much it was, but on a bunch of sound effects. So these are all royalty-free sound effects, and we're going to actually, I might have to turn the music off so that we can just listen to the sounds and try and work out, like, I'm not gonna put everything. I'm not gonna try everything out, but we're gonna find something that, yeah, we're just gonna try and find good sound effects. So, just to test. So, So music is. In fact, I can probably just turn the music down, can't I? Yeah. Oh no, that's just turning it off. Never mind. Okay. So. Right, anyway, here we are. Right, I always feel self-conscious when there's no music as well. Never mind. So, yes, right. In fact, I don't know if... Right, cool. So what we want is... let's have a look. I'm trying to think where we can actually start. What's that? This is going to be a good tester, so let's try that one. Okay. Put this over here. Now, if I was to... So it plays on awake. And I just press play now. Okay. It's fine. Okay. We actually don't want it to play on awake. We want to have a whole new script which is going to both play it and destroy it after it's played. So scripts, I suppose this would be a core script, wouldn't it? So create C# script, individual sound effect script. We don't want this too heavy. So let's go open this one up here, get rid of all of this. I'm getting so self-conscious without the music. Okay, right, so now we know what we're after. We can stop this timer, by the way. Let's just turn that one off. And we'll rename this one introducing sound effects. That's good. Yeah, I won't put a timer on because I just don't think it should take that long. So if we just go private audio source, and oh yeah, of course, let's go get music back on. Okay, yes, right, fine. Okay, the world can carry on ticking, we're okay. I think I could make it public. Public audio source, sound effect AS, void awake. Yep, that's what we're after. And public void play sound then destroy. And what we want is an audio clip. Audio clip, that's fine. And then we'll have private enumerator, play sound then destroy routine, and we want an audio clip, audio clip. Okay. Start code routine. That looks good to me. And then we want to have sound effect as.play while sound effect is playing. Okay, that's good. That's kind of what I was after. Yield return null. and then destroy game object. Okay, so that's not too bad because we're going to be creating a lot of these. There's going to be lots of sound effects occurring, and like I say, this is an opening start. We don't know exactly where we're going with this, so audio source, and I'll call this individual sound effect game object, and let's go add individual sound effects script. It's not going to play because we want to tell it outside to play, and then this is going to be a resource, a prefab. We've got a core prefab. I feel this is quite an important one, so let's go add it to here. So now what we need to do is scripts. We've got the music master script, and let me try and work this out. Yeah, we just want sound effect master script, I think now. Create a C# script, sound effect master script, and in true fashion, it brings this up for no reason. Right, anyway, we've got this bad boy here. We're now going to go here. If we go into the master, we want to add sound effect master script, and then we want to edit this. So there's a lot going on here, and the thing which I'm trying to work out the easiest way is accessing the correct audio clip. And I don't know exactly the best way of doing that yet, but we'll come to it. We'll come to it. Public static, oh yes, instance, although I want that to be a capital I, and then void awake instance equals this, boom, control S. We want to have a public game object which will be individual sound effect game object. Let's have a look. And now we're going to have individual sound effect go equals resources dot load game object, and then we just need to find the path. So we get there bit by bit. Right. So prefabs, core, individual sound effect. Let's copy this path. Oh, I know what I should be doing. Okay, alright. I'll have to do this at some point. I'm going to quickly go void update. Hold on. So, for the time being, I'm just going to have public audio clip testing AC. And we're going to go for if input.get key down, key card X, sorry, X. So what I should do, and I should have done this earlier, is, you know, the way that I've got things like this, where it types it, I should have like all of this copied, so whenever I want to have anything, I could just type all of this automatically. I forgot, and I can't, and I'm gonna do that a bit later. That'll probably be for the next stream, but that would just mean that whenever I want to test any key, I can just type a button and it'll type all of this up, and then I can just, yeah, it would just make life a bit easier. So what we're looking to do is go instantiate individual sound go, and the parent is just going to be and what we should do actually as well is I'm just going to have maybe at the top here, public transform base trans and base trans equals, even though that's perfectly legitimate, I want to put get component transform, even though it does exactly the same thing. For consistency, I like to always say get component. So now we're going to instantiate that, and it doesn't really matter where it's created, it's invisible as long as it's attached to the master, it should be no worries whatsoever. So base trans, and we probably should have actually, yeah, public void create sound effect, audio clip, I'll just have AC, and we're going to have Control X, create sound effect, and testing AC is perfect. And now we're going to go individual sound effect script ISS equals that dot get component. So we're essentially, all of this is creating this game object, then we're getting hold of this script so we can do stuff with it. Not that there's that much to do, but so get component individual sound effect script. Okay, all right, and now we want to have ISS dot play sound and then destroy an AC. Okay, all right. And we're also creating it to like base trans as well. So, and if we press X, it should work. So let's go back over here. Let's give this a try. Let's see if the, oh no, we haven't actually put the, so let's go into here. And this is our testing AC. Oh, I'm just going to pick one at random. I don't know what sound this is. What is this? This, yeah, that one. Okay. All right. Looks like I might be able to just keep my, the music going on because I get a bit self-conscious. Right. Okay, now I'm going to do something very, very, I'm going to go back to title. I want to keep pressing it and seeing if any error messages comes up, if there's like a sound effect that travels over from one scene to the next. So that's what we're kind of working on next. So back to title. Kind of worked, didn't it? Okay, so what we now need to do, which I've forgotten, is we need to set the volume, and I guess we can do it in here, can't we? Although I probably shouldn't. No, we could. So it's playing, but we want sound effect as dot volume equal equals, is it, what are we saving it on? What's the quickest way of finding out? I think it's actually gameinfoscript.instance.sfx volume. SFX volume. Okay, so I think that's fine. So let's try that again, and we want to check to see if the volume changes as we move things. So if I go on to right, so we've got sound effects switched off. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? So it's dependent on there. All right, that works. That's brilliant. That's what we were after. Okay. All right, this is kind of proving to be slightly easier than I thought, to be honest. So we're good here. Okay. Now I've got to kind of work out a good system of accessing the correct sound effect, and I don't know exactly how to do this. So because there's another thing that I kind of want to experiment with, and it's something that I've done in other games. It's like a little trick where you can make the same sound effect sound slightly different by changing its tempo a little bit. Like let's work under the assumption the normal starting tempo is 1. If you make it 1.1, it's going to go a little bit faster. So if you are like drawing multiple cards at once, you don't want to hear the exact same sound, because it just sounds a bit, if they just sound a little bit different, it can just sound a little bit better, I suppose. But we've got to come up with a good system where we can easily access all of these sound effects. So let's have a look. What are all of these? That's pretty good, isn't it? Okay. Not so good. So let's actually see if we can get the full name. So yeah, because that's quite good. I kind of want to have that like when you're picking up a card or something. Yeah, I realise that my music is actually playing over slightly, so let's go. Oh yeah, we don't need that. What's the shuffle do? Yeah. Okay. So we've made the basic concept of sound effects. We just don't know exactly the best system, because the point which I'm making is when we're looking to, so this is our main master, and we've got the ability to create sound effects. So we can do this. We can just go like sound effect master dot instance dot create sound effects and then put an audio clip in. But I want to come up with a good system to getting hold of the correct audio clip. Now, what we could do. So what I'm thinking is I can now close all but this, and now we want to get access to our actual open. We want to open this. We want to get to the master script. I'm thinking we have an enum, which will be like sound effects enum. It's quite a lot here, isn't there? Yeah. Is there anyone? There's nothing music related, is there? No. That's fine. Okay. So I think we just go public enum sound FX enum. we then just sort of start typing all the sounds that we're going to need. So we want to start with basic ones like, say, card draw. I think once we've done this, we can then work out where we're going after this. Card draw. Oh, another big thing before I forget. Sound effects update, create sound effects. What we want to do is say if gameinfoscript.instance dot sfx on, then we want to do this. So no, so if it's switched off, then it won't play. That's good. Okay. So card draw, card play. Because I want to have recruit beam, but part of me wants to have a different sound for like armored beams and ranger beams. So I'll say recruit. Maybe we just have all of them there. So recruit, ranger beam, and how are we going to make a different thing? I don't know. Recruit non-armored attacker beam. This will be quite a big one. This is I haven't even worked out exactly how we can do this, but I think we can. I think this makes the most sense. Recruit armored attacker beam. Although I've got an E there. And maybe we just work on these like what are going to be 7. So recruit non-armored defender beam, recruit armored defender beam. So what have we got there? We've got card draw, card play, and recruit stuff. Cool. Okay. Still need to actually work out how we can kind of assign each one of these to the correct thing. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if we need to have a function that just assigns gets all the sound effects. Let me try and work out how, like, a good system. So we're kind of like, essentially the whole creating sound effects is quite a big deal. What I'm going to do, just purely because it's like my brain just isn't quite there yet for this. We've done a good start, but I think the rest I'm going to probably need a little bit more brain power. So I'm now going to go on to something which requires slightly less brain power, and that is essentially making the stats of the monsters. So it shouldn't be too hard. Okay, so what are we going to do? So there's no error messages here. So we've got the concept of making sounds, and that was what we were working on. I will probably have to spend time off stream listening to the sounds and finding a good system to getting the sounds. So that's good. Resources. Monster. So what I kind of like is Blobbo. These are going to be his three main moves here, and and this is going to go to 0. But I kind of like if I just go copy and paste, I kind of want to go something like so. Because I'm kind of keen on having a few more initial moves, the ones that he definitely does, and then it's kind of random after this. So maybe we go for rage, and that will be another 15. Yeah. Maybe that should just be 10, 10, 10. So this way, he's sort of boosting his attack up, and then he's healing, and then it's a bit of a free-for-all as to what he's doing after that. I think that's okay. And these numbers look more or less okay. So, what we should do now is, because we're dealing with level 1 things, we want to kind of like keep roughly the same like hit points and stuff, but obviously these are going to have different styles of attacking. So let's go close all that. Maybe yeah, because what I want, even though it's going to kind of have a similar feel to it, I like the idea that Snaky only has one move, which is basic attack, and let's go minus that, minus that. I want him to have a rage drone. So the idea is he does the rage drone first, and then he's just constantly gaining attack slowly as he goes along. But I want his initial attack to be slightly higher. And rage drone, I can't remember. I might have to do the maths here. But and he's going to gain a certain amount of attack each turn, and maybe we give him a little bit more life. And Jimmy Van. Got to remember what I actually set the. Oh yes, right. So the general idea with him is he's going to try and shred the attack. Because I still want to keep these like hit points slightly varied. So maybe this could be 80 and 80. He will always. Didn't need to click there. The initial attacks, I want him to have attack armor shred, defense armor shred, and we minus that one to be defense armor shred, and then we can have basic attack, defense, and attack, and maybe it's like 50. 25, 25. So we also want to have some sort of scaling involved as well. So here, kind of want him to do rage. So that seems reasonable. So. And one of these will be rage attack. Yeah. So like the reason that I insist on having some sort of scaling is I want every enemy at some point to have a way of getting stronger. So you can't ever completely exploit, because provided they're constantly scaling their attack, you know, there's always that sort of threat, that kind of fear of like them just getting too strong. So I think that should be about enough. Maybe we have this as 20 and this is 10. I think it's fine. Right, that's cool. Okay, so hopefully that's like the first level ones sorted. But with any other blobs later, I want them to keep this same kind of style, where like all the blob cards, all the blob enemies, is it? Can't remember what any of these, any of the pictures are. No. But yeah, all of the blob ones, I want to them to have that general style where their general theme is they just have basic attacks and they're just getting stronger each time and they can heal. You know, this one here, his idea is he's there to shred your armor, and like so he's kind of less threatening, but he's a lot more sustainable, because every time he's shredding armor, if he's actually succeeding, he's getting life back, so he's a bit more sustainable. This one is he does a rage drone and will just continuously get stronger and stronger. So a good exploit would be to to try, if you can destroy that rage drone, then these are quite weak, so they've got their own weaknesses as well. Okay, right, I've done that, but now I'm suddenly now one thing which I'm going to have to do as well is shouldn't be too hard. It occurs to me that a lot of the moves and stuff we haven't actually got the explanation for yet. So, like for example, when they're doing like a temper strike, we haven't actually explained what's actually happening with the temper strike. So let's actually go on to master script. Let's go edit. Let's get rid of that. No. So let me find what's the stuff. What's the drone go? What's the drone fader? Can't remember. Script. Because what we're looking to do is set the string so that when you hover over a drone, it tells you what it does. And we've done it for most of them. I just don't think I've done it for all of them yet. I'll have to actually remember what the script is. Script. Hoverman. Let's get rid of this. Here we go. Here, this is what we wanted. So get component hoverman call. This is what we wanted. Yeah, let's go to this definition. So we've done that. Well, I think we've just got the temper drone left. So case monster drone type dot temper drone, and this will be every time you play a card, let's go change all this to monster as well. Monster. I definitely prefer monster over enemy. Monster. Monster adds to its attack every time you play. Yeah, that's fine. Now, what we're looking to do now, give monster this. I've got to remember how we actually get hold of the attack, which I'm sure should be pretty easy to get. So when we hover over there, we've just got to work out what's getting you that information. So over here, I think it might actually be attached to this. Yeah. So Control MO, public void on enter, can be hovered over, create. Let's go to this definition. Yeah, I see what's happening. So this is the one that we want creating. This is it. Okay, let's go to this definition. So we haven't done it for all of them. In fact, we've got quite a few that we need to do. So case monster action type dot. Don't think it's in the order that I want it to be. So we've just got to kind of work our way down. Go to definition. So it's basically all of these. Right, okay, here we go. Control C. So we're just setting everything up, and then we can just change the text quite easily. Wow, I made quite a few new moves, didn't I? Right, so these are all the different moves, and we just need random decimate. So temp drone, rage attack, temp drone, type of decimate, randomized decimate. I think that's all of them. So Tempest Strike, Ready Camp Destruction, and Multi-Strike. Okay, and then we can get rid of this and okay, right. So rage attack, and what we should do is actually get hold of the correct number. So yeah, we just need to work out what all of these things actually do. So so this is going to be attacks for no, why have I picked the most difficult one? I tell you what I'm going to do. I just realised I am slightly. I think my brain has just been slightly frazzled. So what I'm probably going to do this bit. So essentially, we just need to work out what the text is for all of these. So in fact, I think the rage is actually almost word for word exactly the same as the rage attack. So I'm just going to copy that. We're just trying to work out the easy ones and then right, temper drone. Attacks for that. So let's see. Trying to do the easy ones first. So attacks for that and creates a drone that increases attack, increases the monster attack by that much at the end whenever a card is played. Okay. Target decimate. This will be, I think we can use this bit here. Control C. Control V. Attacks for that. And destroys all of the most populated bean. Oh, yeah, it destroys all beans. Yeah, all of the most populated type of bean. The most. What's okay? Not what's another word for the most abundant? Think of another word for populated. The bean that has the most, yeah, like it destroys all of the beans that's of the highest amount, but the most populated, yeah, type of bean. I think that's fine, yeah. And randomized is similar, but not quite the same. Attacks for this much. And destroys all of a random type of bean. Random type of bean. I think Ready Camp Distraction. Let's go find all these references. Go to definition. So we can actually, this is probably what I should have done to begin with. So attacks for this much damage and destroys that many random ready camps. That's fine. Okay. I really should be testing these at some point. Attacks for that much damage and destroys one. Ready camps. Okay, so it's just these two left. So I think Control C. I really should be testing all of these as I do it, which I will do. I might do that off stream. That's the thing. This is getting exciting because we're getting close to everything being done. That's okay. What is wrong? Okay. Right. It was trying to help me out and it just made everything. So attacks for this much. Plus actually no, attacks for I think that and then we should just have increases with every card played. That's good. Multi-strike. The attacks for because actually getting this. Real attacks for. The hard part is actually getting the key number that we need. Oh, actually, we can just do attacks for. I'll revise this properly, but let's just do a basic idea. Control C. Attacks for that. Because that will actually be the string. So that will say attacks for 7 times 3 damage or whatever. So I can just put here. I think this one's actually easier. Alright. Okay. That's good. Right. So anyway, right, I probably will have to call it here because my brain just isn't quite doing it. So we've now severely narrowed everything down that we have left to do. We've got sound effects and we've got to sort out the monsters' abilities and stuff, which I'm actually, the monsters I might do off stream. The sound effects, I've just got to work out a better system for getting hold of each sound effect, and then we can start putting it into the game. So we're like I say, we're scraping closer. You know, I dare say we might be able to do, we might be able to get the game ready in 1 or 2 streams. I don't want to say it. I'm daring to say it, but I think we're actually almost there now. Anyway, I've realised, like, when my brain is just getting a bit frazzled, I don't want to, I don't want to be streaming when I'm just not quite done. And I feel like I've done, like, even though it's been a shortish stream, even though it's been a shortish stream, this has been a really good one. It's like we've got so much done. Yeah, right, so let's go save. Let's just see if we've got any error messages. It looks like we're in the clear. All right, anyway, I am going to call it here. Thanks so much for sticking around. This has been awesome. Let's rock! All right, see you guys later.